Lesson 7.4, dividing by 3. Our lesson objective is to use equal groups, a number line, or related multiplication facts to divide by 3. We talked about how multiplication and division are closely related and how division and subtraction are related. So we will look at those strategies today by creating equal groups, using a number line, or the facts that we already know in order to divide by 3. Our essential question is, what strategies can you use to divide by 3? Again, it's going to be going back to these 3 things. Don't forget to pay close attention to that essential question so that you are able to journal about it in your math journal. So, problem of the day. A classroom has 5 rows of desks with 6 desks in each row. How many desks in all? So we need to make 5 rows of the 6. So on your math journal, you should have problem of the day written. Here is our lesson number, so that can be on the top. And go ahead and make 5 rows of 6. So there's my 5 rows. Each row is going to have 6. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you're going to make an array, you can finish that. To do it in a written out math problem, you can do 5 times 6. Tell me what that is, and don't forget to label. Okay. Moving into our lesson. Unlocking the problem with the real world. For field day, 18 students were signed up for the relay race. Each relay team needs 3 students. There's a key word, each. How many teams can be made? So what are they asking us to find is your question right here. How many teams? Go ahead and finish that. And then it said circle the numbers that we use. I keep underlining them just because that's what I'm used to. Your page should look just like mine, but you're going to go ahead and finish copying this onto that line. The essential question asked us to use a couple of different strategies in order to solve these. So it's going to show us one way first is to make equal groups. Okay. So look at the 18 counters below. Again, you can use your tiles if you need to that are at your math centers. Circle as many groups of 3 as you can. So since they used red, I'm going to change a color. Here's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So it came out even that time. On the bottom of your page, it's not showing on the flip chart. It wants you to say there are how many groups of 3. So go back and just count how many groups you made. So there are 6 groups of 3. So 6 teams can be made. And you can write the 18 divided by 3 equals 6. Or it can be written with that division bar, 3 on the outside, 18 on the inside. Those are your 2 numbers that you have from your story problem up here. And you've used your 8, you've used your 3. 3 goes into 18 6 times. When you get to long division, in order to check this, you'll go 6 times 3. 6 times 3 is 18 this time. You'll subtract it. 18 minus 18 is 0. Okay? The next way it wants you to look at it is to count back on a number line. So we drew a model. Now we're going to count back on a number line. You're going to start at 18. So we're starting at 18. You're going to count back by threes as many times as you can. Complete the jumps on the number line. So we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Count the numbers of times you jump back. We labeled them as we went because we are smart problem solvers. You jumped back by 3 how many times? That's this number here is 6 times. Use the related multiplication fact was the third way that your essential question asked you what you could do. Since division is the opposite of multiplication, think of the related multiplication fact to find 18 divided by 3. So you have that variable that you could put in there. Remember, it could be any shape or any letter. So you just need to think, what times 3 equals 18? So again, the importance of knowing your math facts, you know that 18 is achieved by 6 times 3. So 18 divided by 3 is 6. And again, they wrote it with the division bar as the same. Okay. Next one is, what if 24 students signed up for the relay race and there were 3 students on each team? What multiplication fact could you use to find the number? So this time we're going to do something similar like this. We're going to do n times 3 equals 24. So now you need to figure out what times 3 is going to give you 24. And that will give you your answer. Okay? So now it's your turn to do some on your own. Go ahead and on the bottom of page 266 is your show and share. You're going to circle groups of 3 to find 12 divided by 3. So just like we did on the page before where we circled groups, that's what you're going to do on your first show and share problem. Okay? And then it has find the quotient using facts that you should already know. Your next page, we're going to skip for right now. It's page 267. It wants you to copy and solve, find the quotient, draw a quick picture to help, and then find the quotient. And then on the bottom are your hot topics where it wants you to, if I can bring this up for you, it wants you to write plus, minus, multiply, or divide in here to make this a true equal statement. Okay, so you're going to compare some equations. I'm going to skip that for right now so that we can go over some problem-solving ones together. So on the next page, we're going to, it says use the table for numbers 36 through 37. Here's our table. What's the first thing we always do is look at the table. So the title of our table is Field Day Events. Your first column is the individual activities. Looks like you could do a relay race, beanbag toss, or a jump rope race. Your next column tells you the number of students that participated in each one of those activities. So number 36. There are 5 equal teams on the relay race. How many students are on each team? Write a division equation to show the number of students. So we are going to look at the relay race. There are 25 students, and they are divided among 5 teams. And using your related math facts that you already know, you should be able to go ahead and fill that in, and don't forget to label it. If you're not sure of this math fact, use your workspace down here and go ahead and draw it out, or use draw a number line. You're going to divide 25 by 5. number 37. Students doing the jump rope race and the beanbag toss competed in teams of 3. How many more teams participated in the jump rope race than the beanbag toss? So it wants to know how many more teams. So that tells us we're going to have to compare something. Okay, so let's look at our jump rope race. Your jump rope race had 27 students participate. They were in teams of 3. Okay, and this is your jump rope race. Let's just use an abbreviation real fast. Then you'll need to figure out your beanbag toss. And if you look at the top, there are 18 students that participated in the beanbag toss. And again, divided by teams of 3. Okay? Then you're going to take this answer and this answer and find the difference. So you're going to subtract, and this will be your final answer that'll go there. Okay? If you want to write all of this that I just did over here onto all these lines, you can, or you can just write your answer, but make sure that this is labeled so that we know which one to go back and look at. Okay, number 38. What's the question? These ones are having us write about math again, figuring out what question could they have asked in order to get those answers. So it says, Michael puts 21 sport cards into stacks of 3. So we have 21 and 3, and the answer is 7. So we know that you're going to do something about 21 divided by 3 equaling 7. So what question could you ask? Okay, so you should finish filling this in by saying something like, how many equal stacks of cards can he make? How many equal stacks of sports cards can Michael make? Okay, so finish filling that one in with more than just a cute little red scribble. And then I'm going to leave you to figure out number 39 on your own. It's a test prep question. Olivia buys 24 beanbags for field day. She buys 3 equal packs. How many beanbags are in each pack? So you know that you're going to have to do something with your big number, 24, being divided by 3 equal packs. See if you can figure that one out by either drawing it out or using related facts. Okay, at this time, you can go back to your page before and finish all of these facts. Practice, practice, practice. When you're done with this page, the On Your Own page, come get the manual and just check your answers. You can also check with a partner as long as you are doing that in an effective learning tool. And then your essential question that was on our first slide. What strategies can you use to divide by 3? So in your math journal. Okay, we're on 7.4. Copy your essential question and then write about it. And then explain how to divide an amount by 3 is your math journal question. So you're going to explain that and then give me an example. Okay. So 7.4 went pretty fast. We're dividing by 3. Our next one will be dividing by 4.